You made headlines this week, big boy.
How did I make headlines?
SteelersDepot.com. Will Howard, among 4 notable youngsters, Kaboly, doesn't expect to make the 53-man roster. The last we talked to you, you said they were going to keep 4 guys.
I said I would keep 4 guys.
You said that.
I said I would keep 4 guys.
He said they were going to keep 4 guys.
I said I would keep 4 guys. I said they're not going to keep 4 guys.
All right.
There's a big difference.
What's going to happen?
I think it's just going to play out like it is. Rodgers, Mason, and Drew. And they're going to have to make a hard decision, I think, on Will Howard here. And I think they'll try to get him on the practice squad. And I just hope that's the case. I would not try to dump Will Howard whatsoever.
I'm really excited about Will Howard.
I don't know what you do here. I mean,
you just cut him?
You have no choice. Like I said, to me,
doesn't it come down though to what we see in training camp and the games? You don't think you think they've already made up their mind? I'll tell you what. From what I've heard, and you can confirm this, that he has done on the field. Now I realize there's no opposition yet. You haven't seen that, but he's put every ball where he needs to. He's smart about his decision making. May not have the best arm of the group there, but he's very good and decisive. Is that true?
The funny thing is, I thought his arm looked a little bit better than people were saying it was over the past 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know how you make that determination. What we were able to see in OTAs and training camp, to be honest.
I mean, this is newsworthy, though. You're saying that this guy that they've talked up and who was getting the bulk of the offseason reps is going to be left on the side of the road.
Like I said, I would keep 4. I don't think they would. Like I said, if you're looking at...
But that's not the news here. The news is that you're saying you think they'll only keep 3 and that Howard's going to be out.
I think they're going to try to get him onto the practice squad.
With a little injury. He tweaked an elbow.
That would be the best case scenario, or the best case scenario would be keep the 4 for a week.
You can't get him on they can't even fake an injury to get him on the practice squad. That would be get him on injured reserve.
Well,
they're not going to.
If you put him on injured reserve, it's the 4 weeks or whatever.
But you would be banking on the fact that as a 6th-round pick and the Steelers decide not to move forward with him, that no other team would want him, given that most of the
Do you think he would clear waivers?
You look at the 3rd quarterbacks around the league, or even the 2nd quarterbacks, it doesn't seem like that was possible, but he was pick number, 185? He was like the 7th or 8th quarterback off the board.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that. And if they go this route that you're describing, then they're going to have to bet that nobody's going to pick him up and they can put him on. But then again, with an injury, they can take him right off of there at any time.
So, all right, then they must not have liked what they've seen in the offseason.
I think they
things have changed. Things have changed with the Aller draft. Now, I truly.
But if they love what they saw from Howard while he was getting the bulk of all these snaps, this wouldn't be a topic.
I still think the old offseason, I really like Will Howard, was a little premature.
I'm really excited about Will Howard.
I think it was
premature. It would be regarded as downright
lying,
delusional, or yes,
yeah, because he really
untrue.
I mean, I think even if they have to give him snaps, they're going to give him and both Aller a lot of snaps in training camp. We know that. I don't even know if he has a flaw this camp. Do you even keep him? Because they put so much into this year, and I'm just not willing, or the organization should not be willing to just go with a guy, a 6th-round pick, 185 overall, who has no career snaps, who played well maybe against Buffalo in the final preseason game to maybe get us through a week or two when my 41, almost 42-year-old quarterback has a toe injury.
Bob, what do you make of this? Kaboly saying Will Howard's going to be out.
I'm not going to go to this level yet. I want to see what I see and then make determinations. If they believe that Will Howard can be a functioning backup to a 42, soon-to-be 43-year-old quarterback, then that's the choice they will make, I think. If not, then they're going to defer to Mason Rudolph because I don't think Drew Aller has a part of this. Now, I agree with what you said earlier. I would try to figure out a way to keep all 4, but I don't think teams do that. Specifically, they probably won't. But there's intrigue with all of the guys.
Didn't you say at one point you thought they would keep 4? I could have sworn you did.
I said I would keep 4. I said I think they're pretty much secure with their number 3. If you look at McCarthy's...
Are you sure about that? Limits, was he not on here saying he thinks Mike McCarthy will keep 4 quarterbacks?
No, I think he is accurate in what he's saying, that at least from what he said.
Call me out there, Brooke.
Wow.
there a question there?
Go back to a Kaboly headline or visit. I'm not trying to call him out. I forget things I say.
No, he's wanted to keep 4 quarterbacks. Kaboly,
I know
that
he
is,
has.
But
I know he
thought
has.
that
I
they'll
just don't
only
think
keep
they will.
3.
Okay. All right.
Honestly, McCarthy's coached, 18 years, 17 years, whatever that number is. Half the time, he's kept 3 quarterbacks. Half the time, he's kept 2 quarterbacks. There's never even been a thought about 4. I don't even know. You have to go back the past 15 years. There might have been a handful of teams that actually kept 4 on the active roster, and mostly because the starter was a little banged up to start the season.
All right, have you had to make a choice between Will Howard and not Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph, just take him out of the conversation. Drew Aller and Will Howard, let's say they both do well in preseason games. Does it come down, or let's say Howard outperforms them slightly, but performs well because he's a 3rd-round pick and this regime's pick? Is that the difference?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Aller is, I mean, he has the opportunity, I mean, with the arm talent that he has and how McCarthy used.
But what does it say that he has to be broken down all the way to the bare minimum?
I mean, I think he does that with, I think that's not exclusive to him. Okay, it might have been shown at rookie minicamp of how they're doing it, but I think there's certain ways McCarthy wants his quarterbacks to do things and drop and use their footwork that even Mason has to do it. Even Will Howard has to adapt to what McCarthy wants. So I think that's a little bit overblown as well. But you have to keep Drew Aller, 3rd-round pick.
Welcome to the Drew Aller era.
Now, to me, the tough part is you got 2 old guys whose contracts are expiring and 2 young guys that you want to see what can do. It's a very unique situation. What do you do?
It leads to where they go next year. I mean,
to me, next year, that also tells me they're absolutely drafting a quarterback next year in the 1st round. You can't just have Drew Aller as your only option going into next year.
And if you do that, then guess what? Those other guys still don't get an opportunity. They're just going to be hanging around.
That's why I think they might have made a play on Sorsby. How do you like that idea?
I don't think they would have. I think he's totally out of the question.
They've never taken one, right, in the supplemental draft. Anyone?
I don't believe so. There's not been a ton of quarterbacks either. Back during your heyday of Bernie Kosar might be the best one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Among the quarterbacks.
Mid-'80s. Him and Steve Walsh. And
Terrell Pryor was taken.
But he turned out to be a better receiver. Dave Brown, you remember him? Giants and Cardinals.
Yeah.
He was one.
Good old Davey Brown.
And receiver-wise is Josh Gordon. But the supplemental, I don't think they were interested enough to take him with the pick that they would needed to get him with, you know.
Well, if they had, it would have been a 5th-round pick or something. Right?
It would have been late.
I'm sorry.
It would have been late.
Is Bob intentionally doing this on his first day back limits? I know I go over
Bob, we haven't seen you in like a month.
Bob is intentionally going over time here. It's incredible.
Part-time pomp, baby.
Part-time
pomp, baby. You know me.
We have the Mongoose in studio and a lot more to talk about, don't we, Bob?
The Mongoose?
Yeah. The old Mongoose is gone. There's a new Mongoose in town.
He's becoming the Mongoose?
He was the original. Weren't you the original Mongoose?
How about...
Yeah, Kenny Laird brought that up. He made that back in my first year or 2.
Yeah. He was good at that.
You got to come up with another nickname for him.
Well, Big Boy is a good one.
Big Boy.
People get offended when you call me
You told me that. That's
like,
not
why?
meant to be offensive. He's
I mean,
the big guy. He's a big guy. It's like Casey Hampton walks into a room. Yeah, big guy.